This is the book of Ecclesiastes 7, verse 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. First and foremost, before I get started, I want to thank Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi for putting the spirit on me to push the button. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham Rakakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of GMS who teach and rule well, who taught me this truth. Salutations, brothers and sisters that are out there listening, learning, fighting this good fight of faith. And salutations, my fellow brethren that are pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. To you all, I want to say shalom. And open prayer that this quick lesson be edifying, comforting, exhorting to the elect. So this is Ecclesiastes 7 and 8. Once again, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit, right? And I read this, because as we get closer and closer, to the end of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man's world, we're getting closer and closer, to our kingdom, the Israelites, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. We're getting closer and closer to our kingdom, and it's a beautiful time to be alive, man, because all of the evil that these devils have done on this earth is soon to be Salakia. It's soon to be done away with, man. As me and the brother like to read Baruch, I believe it's the 4th chapter. Matter of fact, let me get it. Like, I'm just driving. I'm parking right now. Let's get it. This is second Ezra. Second Ezra 4 and let's start at 28. Second Ezra 4 and 28. But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. Right? So in this world, the evil has been sown, man. Esau, Edom, is known, the nation is known as the border of wickedness, man. They have sown evil throughout the 4 corners of the earth, man. Scriptures speak about, the nations being mad, because they followed after the philosophies of Babylon, man. And ultimately these Edomites, man, you can go all around the world. You go to China, you go to Japan, Dubai, and it looks like just another version of New York. So all these nations have drunk of the wine of Babylon, and now they are mad. And this evil, these philosophies have gone out to the 4 corners of the earth, man. And that's the evil that is sown. It says, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. 2 Ezra 4 and 29. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. So if these devils don't get put out the way, then the good, which is the kingdom of heaven, ruled under Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, King David in 144,000, governing body. If Esau don't get out the way, if the Lord don't put these devils, destroy these devils, then the good can't come. That's why the scriptures speak about, a place full of all goodly things, but it's in a dangerous place to fall, right? So we have to, in order to get to the kingdom of heaven, we have to go through this, this straight gate, as Yahawashi said, But the point of this lesson is, better is the end of a thing, man. Today I woke up and, just heavy spirit on me. I have a funeral to go to today, my cousin passed, and not to get into details, but he was on the younger side, you know what I mean? And and I just kind of just started thinking about it, like that's another part of better is the end of a thing that I was thinking about, because immortality, you know we have, once this current evil present world is done away with, and brothers receive the new bodies, then we won't have to worry about death, man. I because the law, statute, and commandments will be written in our inward parts, right? And if the wages of sin is death, so if we can't sin, then we won't die, right? And I was talking to my wife, and I think that's why Jake, it bothers us so much, because in our spirits we know that we should, as the scriptures say. Let me get it. Psalms 82:6, I have said, ye are gods, and all you are the children of the Most High. 7th verse, but ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes, excuse me. So in our spirits, we know that, we were made in the likeness of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, right? And we're not, since we sinned against Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, that's why we have to die like men. But the beautiful thing is that Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi is so merciful that we're gonna return back to that godly estate, so to speak. And this is something to look forward to, as we continue to fight this good fight of faith, man. Yet, Esau's world is ending, as the scriptures say. Let's get that. Second Ezra 6:9. Instead of quoting it, let me get it. 2nd Ezra 6:9. For Esau is the end of the world, right? The end of this current world, this current rulership under these devils that are just destroying everything, including the minds of the people. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. So better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, man. Because Esau's downfall means the rise of Israel. And that's something to look forward to. That's something that should put a smile on all of our faces. And that's why we do these lessons, to comfort one another with these words. Because it gets difficult out here dealing, in this world, and trying to work and get your few shekels, and take care of the family, and just do your everyday 1-2. But every now and then, when your spirit's low, we the water Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, that we have brothers that bring out these scriptures and personal testimonies and what have you, and we're able to be comforted through these words, because Yahawashi said he wouldn't leave us comfortless. And we, in a world full of hopelessness, we still have hope, man. We could see the ending of this empire, that we're living in, and we can see the prophecies coming to pass, and we can see these devils scrambling. So we know that their end is nigh, which means the victory is nigh. So yeah, I just wanted to do a quick hit. Today's gonna be a long day, and I thought to maybe do it later, but I know after the service and seeing everybody, it's gonna make it more difficult for me to do a lesson. So I wanted to bang one out. Lord's will, I can do another one later, but but I hope and pray that this lesson is edifying, comforting, So any brother or sister that needs to hear it, you know, just keep fighting, keep pushing, keep striving, you know. Remember, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi got us, man. And you have to fully believe in that, you know. So yeah, I want to thank Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi once again for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the GMS who teach and rule well, who taught me his truth. Salutation, you brothers and sisters that are out there listen, learning, fighting this good fight of faith. Keep fighting, keep striving, keep pushing. We're almost out of here. Salutation, my fellow brethren that are pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. To you all, I want to say shalom, abab, and kwam yasharala. Hey, shalom.